Empyre issue 5 sees Wiccan tell Johnny and Carol that in the hour before Teddy had to leave for space, they both headed to Las Vegas, meeting with their friends who got all the paperwork sorted so the two can get married there. Teddy tells Billy that he can call his folks since they'll want to see this as well as the team, but he knows that they won't make it to Vegas in 5 minutes. Teddy knows that half of their friends are speedsters and teleporters, and they love the two of them, so they will make it. Their best friends do indeed make it in time to watch the ceremony, which by the end of it they only have 11 minutes left. Teddy wonders what they could do for a honeymoon in that time, but Billy says he still can't believe that they just got married, asking Teddy who he is. Teddy says that he's Billy Kaplan's husband as well as the king of space. In the present, Billy says that all of that just isn't some happy memory, since he's symbolically bonded to Teddy, and as long as he's alive he can feel him, and he can right now, so they have a chance to find him and rescue him. Carol notes that his magic seems to be more focused than usual, as things fly off the shelves around the apartment, and Billy says that he's gone through so much with Teddy and the Kree-Skrull alliance, so of course his magic is focused. The Katati She-Hulk meanwhile beats up the Thing, saying that they are not a Hulk trying to prove that they are better or a Hulk who is restrained by the voice within. She says that they have a purpose now, and they are a Hulk with a mission to kill Ben Grimm. Mantis wants Sue to block her punches with force fields, but Sue already is. However, the Katati is punching through them. Mantis tells her to put a block in her brain, but Sue says she doesn't even notice them. The Katati says that that's because Jennifer is dead, yet strong enough to survive anything, so Ben just best give up and embrace his destiny as fertilizer for the Katati horde. Ben catches her hand, saying that he never gives up, smashing the Katati off of him. He tells her about the two warrior children that he knows and how he can't get their faces out of his head. He says that he's not short of reasons why to fight this Katati, since they killed Jennifer and she wants to kill his family, but he wonders why he's always thinking about the two kids, and maybe it's because both now have a chance to make a home and have a better life, and all he has to do is not give up on them or die. Calling himself the immortal Thing, he tells the Katati he is ready for a fight. In the Wakandan techno jungle, Shuri tells T'Challa the Katati are sending reinforcements to his position, and she's sending what air support they can spare to the location. Black Panther meanwhile cuts through the hordes of plant monsters with the Star Sword, learning Reed and Tony are working on disrupting the Katati's power over plant life. T'Challa knows that their forces are distracted enough so the Katati are pushing towards the Great Mound with a vibranium-rich soil in it. He knows he must stop them, as the Katati say even the king of the beasts must bow to them. Black Panther cuts his way through the army as air support arrives, told to target the king, raining fire down on the horde. A Katati mage sees the Panther has shown them his weakness, demanding his men die in the thousands to drown T'Challa in their sap. As air support says it'll be 30 seconds until they can do another bombing run, T'Challa is overwhelmed while the priest sacrifices himself in order to open a gateway into Wakanda. T'Challa knows that they opened it in the special soil, so it's a gateway to anywhere now, meaning that they have entered the Endgame. As he readies to use the Star Sword on the gate, T'Challa is stabbed in the back by a swordsman, kicked off a cliff and told to show respect, since he is a mere king to the celestial messiah. On the Kree-Skrull flagship, Hulkling and the others learn of the gateway as Billy arrives, confronting Hulkling, who says Earthers are no longer welcome on his ship and he needs to leave immediately. Wiccan knows that the Teddy in front of him isn't the real Teddy, revealing that he has the real Teddy in his possession, whom he found in a jail with an inhibitor mask on, making him just another nameless POW in the war effort. Teddy knows that he is never alone, telling the royal guard that he's about to give them one hell of a performance review. Clerk can't believe that he failed the king again, as Captain Glory says that this is all a lie and a cheap attempt to besmirch the name of the true Emperor. Wiccan asks who the person doing the Teddy impression is, but the last thing Teddy remembers is being ambushed by Tanalith. Carol remembers that Tanalith gave her her hammer, so it stands to reason she'd know how to fool it, and right now she is an accuser, and by her power of ancient law of Hala, she accuses the fake Emperor, suspending his authoritative powers, hoping the person had no hand in attempting to activate the pyre. The being asks what the point of activating it twice would be, since they had already activated it before the heroes got there, and the temperature of the sun is already increasing. The being launches at the heroes, demanding a trial by combat with Carol. Back on Earth, Swordsman finds the Black Panther is now dead, finding it so mundane that the leader of the Avengers died from simple blood loss. Sequoia asks how the rest of the forces are going as She-Hulk continues beating Ben. The Katati is happy with how the war is going, planting his death seed, saying that if the Kree-Skrull alliance should break the habits of 1,000 1,000 years of hate and rally together, then they will be ready for them. Since when the death blossom he's planting flowers, everything in the galaxy will be under his command, and he will become a god of the trees, and nothing will be able to stand against him. At Avengers Mountain, Reed says that he's getting interesting data from the Earth as well as from the Sun. Tony wants to know the bad news about that as Reed dresses in his new Fantastic Four armor, saying that they have 10 minutes to stop the death blossom from flowering in Wakanda and 9 minutes to stop the sun from exploding. Tony knows with 9 minutes to save the world twice, they had best get started. Empyre issue 5 took the fast-paced and action-packed series into its endgame as the heroes of the world fight a battle on two fronts, battles which they are both losing. I really enjoyed how, despite all of the huge stuff happening here and all the build up to the final issue, we still got some sort of downtime with Billy and Teddy's spontaneous wedding and have a little bit of time with them. Again, that's something that was kind of ripe for being a tie-in material, but I love that it was just here in the main series and we got to see that wedding unfold. Ben's little speech about not giving up was really quite fantastic and charming, and I love that he gave himself the name The Immortal Thing, and I love that that's because it's nothing to do with him not being undead or anything, but just because he refuses to give up. I love that interpretation of the name. I can't wait for the finale, since hopefully Reed and Tony get in on the action, and it seems like they are, since the last couple of pages are devoted to them, especially since they've kind of just been holed up in a lab trying to solve all these problems for pretty much the whole event and haven't been fully involved since the tie-ins at the beginning. I'm going to give this issue a 9.5 out of 10.